before I can even reach the forged floor. Damn, okay, we're gonna have to put a big ol' freaking sensor thing there. But hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am Grandmaster Shaymin, and today we have a brand new episode of Escape from the Princess, episode 2. So in the last episode, we got the very beginning. The premise is complete. So the main character has failed her entrance exam to get into the School of Magic, and now she's pondering what to do when all of a sudden a witch falls from her chimney, and the police try and capture her, but she does manage to get the cops away. The only thing we know about the witch is that she supposedly fucked the princess, and the princess was into that BDSM, got herself tied up. She was really into that shit, and damn, hardcore shit right here. I know I've been cursing off the beginning of this. Damn, Jesus. Alright, I need to turn down the freaking audio a little bit. There we go. I'm sure that was probably really loud in the last episode, but that's okay because, you know, we still get shit done. But anyway, now the witch has finally found herself safe and crawls out from beneath the table. Look at this character art. She is freaking gorgeous. Like, damn, she's really good. Aren't you a great conversationalist? Forgive me if my accent really sucks, but I just imagine her having some sort of accent, especially if she's an Easterner, I believe. Rosetta said, "Believe me, it's not my best talent. Even so, you talk too much. You nearly gave us away." "But I didn't." Fine. No sense in judging the winners now. Hey, do you live alone here? What do you think? Well, considering that the pigsty that is your house, I doubt there's anyone else living here besides you. Hey, can't you be a little bit more polite and consider it a creative mess, not a pigsty? Fine then, a creative pigsty. Listen, I need to lay low for a few days until the watch lets down its guard. Do you mind if I stay here? Here? Oh, no. I was already kind enough to hide you from the guards, but to allow a perverted fugitive, one who seduces princesses, lay low in my own home? Absolutely not. You didn't believe that jerk, did you? You saw it for yourself. The captain just likes to gossip. It didn't happen how he said it did. So then how did it really happen? I think I have a right to know, especially if I agree to let you stay in my home. Well, the truth of the matter is that the real victim of the situation was me. The girl grimaces pitifully in an attempt to convince me that she's the injured party. Few people know of this. Hey! Don't you turn off on me! There's an on-off switch. Why? Anyway, few people know about this, but our princess is much more interested in girls than boys. Can't blame her. Girls are just cute, adorable, funny, awesome to hang out with, and gorgeous. Why would you not? Like, Anyway. It just happened that she became interested in me, but I don't fancy Princess Elise in that way, and I was only interested in friendship. But that did not stop her, however. She lured me into her tower under the pretense that we'd be practicing magic together. Once there, she held me against my will, and I had to trick her in order to escape. But the Princess Elise wants me back, and she has sent her soldiers after me. Of course, none of them were told exactly why the princess needs me. So that means the princess is the pervert, not you. Or do you also really like girls? Well, actually, I'm kind of a pervert in that way, too. Wait. Oh, you're confusing me. Stop calling everyone a pervert. The word doesn't fit here. Now I see. Well, if that's so, then you need to leave. Most of the soldiers have gone from the area, and you should also be able to slip away undetected. They're gone. I'm sure they're now patrolling the streets in search of me. Please let me stay. I swear I won't lay a finger on you unless you will it. Well, you know, I understand perfectly that I'm a very attractive girl, but what if you're unable to control yourself? Enough of this nonsense. I need your help, please. I like the main character. I wish I had that kind of confidence. I mean, to be fair, she deserves it. She looks fantastic. I look garbage in comparison, so I give the idea some thought. I'm not entirely against the girl's presence in my home. It's just that I have only one bed, and it would be uncomfortable sleeping with this witch, knowing her preferences. Is that how it goes? Let's save the game. Besides, I don't even have anything to feed myself with, let alone her. No, don't even think about it. I wish you luck in finding a safe place to stay. Now get out. Indignantly, the witch turns to the door and is about to leave when she suddenly turns her back towards me. Look, you want to become a mage, but the academy won't accept you, will they? What? How did you know? Did you read my mind? No, not at all. I saw about a dozen rejection letters under your table. You seem to be a very tenacious character. Where is this going exactly? Tenacious and talentless. Hey, how dare you say that to the person who saved you from being someone's mistress against your will? Have you ever heard anything about Romala Medallion? Romala Medallion. It's an ancient medallion that gives the bearer magical powers. Go on. If you had such a thing, you could easily enroll in the academy and learn to be a mage. So? If you let me stay and help me escape from town, I'll tell you where it's hidden. Geez, are you kidding me? Not at all. Although the medallion was thought lost, I found it and hid it in a secret place here in town. I had intended to sell it on the black market, but now, what do you say? Drat, this accursed witch, she knows exactly how to hurt me. If she's telling the truth, then I'll finally be able to achieve my dream of becoming a mage. How can I say no? And so? You vile temptress. So your answer is... yes! Sure, I'm in. But don't you dare deceive me or you'll know what'll happen. Do I look like I want to deceive you? I need your help. I stared dubiously into her wide, innocent, witchly eyes. I know from experience that anyone with such innocent eyes are the last ones to be trusted. But she promised to make me a mage. A chance like this is worth taking the risk. By the way, I'm Zara, from Muratana, the capital of Eastern Empire. I knew you were from the East, only a blind man couldn't see it. I'm Rosetta. You can call me Rose. Okay. Zara looks around and grimaces as she stares at the trash and dirty dishes lying about, but says nothing. Then the girl's attention turns to her clothing. Once beautiful and fashionable, after her trip through the chimney, they're now covered in a thick black layer of soot. Realizing the extent of the tragedy, the witch begins shaking them out, tossing up a cloud of ash around her. I start sneezing, but Zara doesn't stop there, coming to the conclusion that she won't be able to sufficiently clean her clothes that way, and she asks for a mirror. I pull out a small pocket mirror and hand it to her. Gods, I'm so dirty. Where can I take a bath? A bath? Are you kidding? All I have is a bathing tub there in the corner, and you have to fetch and heat the water from the well outside. Only then can you take a bath, and you'll have to do it right there. Here, in the middle of the room. I'm sorry, I don't have a special bathing room in my house. I mean, I'd assume this is kind of like, basically, 1500s, normal-ish town, so honestly, that's not that surprising. Not only having a heated bath would be kind of crazy for a regular, average human being, especially one that has no money, really. I'm surprised she even owns a house, to be honest with you. But, it kind of makes sense that you'd have to bath in, wherever. In the middle of the living room, basically. Especially if it's your own house, there's no reason to not. I'm sorry, I don't have a spare bathing room in my house. I'm not a princess with a pool in my private bathroom. Don't remind me of her. And I would advise you not to go out onto the street right now, not with the guards scouting the area. I think I have a bucket of drinking water around here somewhere. You can have it if you find it. A single bucket? Unable to do anything about it, I shrug. Whatever the case, I'm not about to carry in buckets of water to fill the tub for the witch. Okay, I'll deal with it. At least let me borrow some spare clothes until I get mine cleaned. Clean? Ha! That won't be easy, but I'll try my best. Great. Damn, this chick is so dirty, though. Man, I would never be able to live like that. Ignore that. Seeing that the witch has cheered up considerably, I head upstairs. I need to find Zara something from my closet. Digging inside, I try to find something more or less clean and suitable for my guest. I hope Zara gives it back later. It's not exactly like I have lots of clothes of my own, although I wouldn't really mind exchanging outfits with her, even though hers is dirty. I mean, her outfit is really cute, and I mean, well, I don't know. I'd be kind of like, it'd feel weird to me. Like, there's so much air above my on my tits. Like, damn. It's not like I'll ever have the chance to wear something so stylish, much less something made from Oriental fashion. It's sexier than what I normally wear, but I think it would fit me perfectly. While I rummage through the closet, I hear water splashing down in the kitchen. Zara must have found the bucket of water. I snicker at the thought of such a refined witch needing to wash herself in such lowly conditions, as if she were a mere commoner. But she's a witch. She could have transformed the tub. I finally find an old dress that had a gown too tight in the chest area for me, but surely Zara would fit into it perfectly. Not everyone shares my phenomenal assets, after all. Don't remind me! Jeez. I wish I shared your phenomenal assets. Anyway. However, it'll be a bit short on her, considering how much taller she is than I, but she's clearly comfortable wearing revealing attire, so that shouldn't be a problem. I grab the dress and head down to the kitchen to see how Zara was faring with the tub water, but before I can even reach the forged floor... Damn, okay, we're gonna have to put a big ol' freaking sensor thing there, but... Damn, okay. Jesus. I realize the witch is somehow able to fill and heat the tub with water, and now she's successfully taking a bath in the middle of my kitchen. I gotta say, though, like, the color, the actual design is so good. Hey, how did you do that? I swear I've only gone for a few minutes. Zara looks at me lazily and continues to lather herself. Then I smell the sweet aroma of an expensive soap. Does she always carry that with her? I move closer to confirm I'm not imagining things. No, I'm not. The tub is full of water and foam, and the witch is splashing around and humming. Hey, listen. Can you scrub my back? I can't reach it myself. The witch then pulls a fluffy washcloth out from the water and hands it to me. I automatically take it, but then quickly toss it back at the witch. Hey, this wasn't the deal. Stop being so perverted right now. I'm not touching you. Or what? Are you afraid you might like it? You wish... She totally likes it. Trying to fight the urge to dunk my hands into the tub and make sure the water I'm seeing isn't a mirage, I turn away in disgust. So, how did you do it? Do what? The witch almost sings her words. She's obviously enjoying her bath. Well, I know for a fact that you didn't just walk outside and fetch the water, nor could you heat it so quickly. You haven't forgotten that I used magic, have you? I simply summoned hot water in this tub, that's all. You summoned it, out of thin air. Not exactly, but you wouldn't understand. Pfft, don't remind me how little I know about magic. Anyway, hurry and wash up. You seem far too relaxed right now. Aren't you at least a little embarrassed about taking a bath in a stranger's house in front of another person? Why should I be? Besides, you made it perfectly clear that I have no other choice. That shameless brat. I'd die of humiliation if someone came into the room while I was washing myself. and she cared so little about it, even pretending that it's no big deal. I mean, she had some pretty big tits. Like, they're not that much smaller than that, at least from what I can tell. Either that, or I mean, that picture was, okay. What if she's making a pass at me? This isn't good. And yet, I still have to share the same bed with her. Trying not to stare at the witch, I placed the dress on the table and decided to go back up to my bedroom. I'll let her bathe in private. I should probably read some of the magic books I bought from my studies anyway. Before I can climb up the stairs, I hear a splash from behind me and the sound of bare feet on the floor. Jesus. Okay. Oh, since you're going upstairs, can you bring me a towel, please? Damn it, what the hell are you doing? Is something wrong? You're naked. Well, yes, I'm in the middle of a bath after all. You didn't bring me a towel, and I don't really want to put this dress on while I'm wet. The witch picks up the dress that I brought with her with 2 fingers and examines it closely. She's probably not used to such simple and cheap things. And you couldn't have asked me for a towel while you were just sitting in the tub? Why should I? I usually have several maids assisting me while I bathe. Besides, we're both girls. Why are you embarrassed? Although you're oddly bashful in my presence, are you really not? Are you sure you're not really into girls? I mean, to be fair, I feel like a lot of girls would, a lot of people in general, once they find out which way you swing, they're like more attentive about it if you swing their way. So like, she's like, yeah, I like girls, and so she's like super embarrassed now because this lesbian is in her house, right? Honestly, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense because, I mean, think about it. She would probably feel weird about a guy being in her house, right? In general. Like, I feel like most straight couples feel the exact same way. So, like, if a girl, you know, is with a guy in her house, and he's doing some stuff that might be considered weird or something, or even just in general, like, I mean, if you just have a guy in your house, that, especially one that you just met today, you might be really kind of nervous and kind of weirded out. So the fact that, you know, she knows that Zara swings her way is probably leading to this kind of weird, clouded mindset, which, in my opinion, is completely and utterly normal. What time do I have on here? 26. Okay, so it's only been 20 minutes, but... No! I'm not a pervert. Her liking girls isn't perverted. Okay, whatever you say. Towel, please. Still burning from embarrassment, I run up to my room to fetch a towel for the depraved witch. To think that I have a wet, naked girl running around my house. Oh, if only my mother could see this. If that witch hadn't promised me that medallion, I sure as heck wouldn't be putting up with her being here. But I need to find a way to help Zara slip out of town, so those guards won't accuse me of aiding a criminal. My kindness will be the end of me. With a glimmer of hope, I mean, she did it for the medallion. If she didn't offer the medallion, you wouldn't be... Okay. I gaze upon the piles of scrolls, magical tomes, various trinkets and reagents that I'd brought and bartered for. Assuming Zara isn't lying, I'll be able to use them soon. It'd be a real shame if I only used that magic wand, which I paid a fortune for, to shoo off stray dogs in the street. I begin thinking about the medallion again, my astonished eyes of the committee members when I effortlessly pass all of their tests. Yes, having that witch in my bed would certainly be worth it for that alone. Grabbing a towel out of the closet, I head back down. Entering the kitchen, I cover my eyes with the hand and hand the towel to Zara. She slowly dries herself off, then with a heavy sigh slips into my dress. After studying herself for a moment in the mirror, she nods. Oh, yo, that dress is super cute! I love it! Are you sure this isn't a nightie? No, it's not. I often go to the market in that dress. It's a pretty short dress. Not that I need to mention the looks I've gotten while wearing that dress on the street, but whatever the case, I said it's a normal dress, so it is. I toss an envious glance at my guest's soot-covered attire, which she'd carefully hung on the back of a chair. It's okay. Once I'm a mage, I'll be able to afford finer things for myself. I'm about to show Zara to the bedroom when my stomach growls loudly. Oh, this is so embarrassing. By the way, what? What's for lunch? Lunch? Are you kidding me? I can't remember the last time I had lunch, and I certainly don't have anything for guests. It's humiliating not being able to offer my guests a cup of tea with cookies, although, of course, this guest was uninvited. Are you sure you have nothing? What do you think? Look at me. I've lost so much weight, I look like a bag of bones. No, you... What is this? Bag of bones, my fucking ass. You got hips. You got fucking tits. Like, I'm a bag of bones. Look at this. I got nothing. Nothing. Don't you freaking tell me that shit, Missy. A bag of bones. Well, in my opinion, you're quite large in some... Whoa, you don't need to go that far. Well, yes, it is what it is. Oh, she took that as a compliment. Oh, what are you saying? Spare me the snide comments. This isn't the princess's palace. What if I gave you a few coins? What? Do you really think you could buy me with money? I'm not that kind of girl. Oh, God. Why do you ever think about that? Now I'm starting question... Who's the real pervert? Starting to question who's the real pervert here. I was just going to give you some money so you can go to the market and buy us something to eat. Aw, really? You're offering me money for food? Right now? That's what I said, isn't it? In my excitement over being able to actually buy food and maybe even some brownies, I nearly jump out onto her neck. I can't stop myself just in time. I'm a nice girl. Doing something like that just isn't in my nature. So, will you go to the market? Of course, I'll be just a minute. Good. The witch then pulls a pouch of coins and then from the folds of her clothing, counts a few. Wait, how did she put that in there? She just slipped this. Okay. Counts a few and hands them. Where did she even put it? Is it what? In the folds of her clothing. What the fuck? How did she? Counts a few and then hands them to me. No way, this is gold. Real gold. I never had my hands on anything so precious. How many muffins can I buy with these? Uttering a brief thanks, I quickly run to the door. It's only when I'm halfway to the market that I turn back to Zara and warn her about opening the door for anyone other than me. The witch rolls her eyes. The guards are still searching for me. Of course I'm not going to answer the door. Do you really think I want anyone to see me here? No longer listening to Zara, I hop over the threshold of my humble abode. For a moment I worry about leaving the witch alone, but then I remember I have no money, and barely any clothes, and my books, scrolls, and magical artifacts are designed for mages in training. Zara wouldn't have any use for them. Happy with myself, I run to the market, which is literally only a few steps away. It's rather handy living so close to the main square. Everything, including the market, is only a short jaunt away. Though it's true that the town herald wakes me up every morning reading off the news and announcements for the entire square to hear. Once I reach the fish, vegetables, and miscellaneous merchant shops, I notice a large number of guardsmen in the crowd. No doubt, they're looking for my guest. Palming the coins in my hand, I give the guards a wide berth, fearing they might suspect something just by looking at me, but the guards look everywhere except at me. I'm almost offended. I'm a nice-looking girl, and they don't even notice. Although, it's probably for the best. Once I near the stall selling fresh pastries, I've noticed posters hanging here and there, curious if they have anything to do with my chimney witch. I approach the stall and for a closer look, and of course, I see her picture on them. The palace painters could really put a little bit more effort into it. Zara is much more attractive in real life, especially when she's wearing her clothing, which almost completely expose her boobs. Yeah. Instead, her little jacket doesn't hide anything, and with a little push it might... Wait, what am I thinking? When have I been interested in anyone's boobs but my own? Are you interested? Yeah, my tits. I mean, to be fair, if I looked as good as you, I mean, maybe that would be a thing. I don't know. Glancing back at the guards again, I began to read the poster. Wanted, Zara Kieran's, Witch of Muratana. Distinguishing marks: dark skin, dark hair, amber eyes. They forgot to mention how round and innocent they are. Magic type, confidential. Confidential? Why is that? Wouldn't people have a better chance of recognizing her if they knew what they could expect of her magic? But if she's a necromancer, folks are afraid of necromancy, which is strictly forbidden in our kingdom. I would not be surprised if they purposely hid that fact as to not unnecessarily freak out the townsfolk. Although I personally believe that if you aren't living in a graveyard surrounded by the dead, you have nothing to fear from necromancers. After all, raising the dead is all their magic is capable of. If there aren't any dead bodies around, what harm could they be? But just to be safe, I'll keep a close eye on my guess. Perhaps I've guessed wrong about her lack of necromantic abilities. There are 2 other types of forbidden magic that authorities have yet to mention. And perhaps necromancy is the least harmful of the bunch, but the others are pretty rare. And go back to reading the poster. Ability status, partially sealed by magic. Sealed? How can her magic be sealed if she can create water from nothing? But just as I'm taken aback by the poster's false information, I notice the word partially. Well, of course. The witch can indeed use magic after all, and the seal likely only blocks harmful abilities. So maybe she really is a necromancer, which would mean she's under a magic curse that's preventing her from raising the dead from their graves. But who would seal away her powers? Is there a mage strong enough for that amongst the guards? Now, if I were a mage, I personally wouldn't join the guard. I'd always figured it was only talentless blokes who joined their ranks. Losers. Although I remember hearing something about battle mages, but they usually have some ridiculous ability like turning into wolves or something. I want to become an elemental mage. Now that's real power. Storms, hurricanes, torrential rains, though I'd never been able to squeeze a single drop of water from a cloud. Well, that's okay. I still have a bright future ahead of me, I'm sure of it. If you have any information about the whereabouts of this criminal, report it to the captain of the town's guard at once. Citizens caught aiding the criminal will be subject to long-term imprisonment. Should a citizen mage be caught aiding the criminal and unsealing her powers, they will be executed. What? Isn't that excessive? Execution for breaking the seal? Damn, I don't like the sound of that at all. I have the feeling Zara isn't exactly being honest with me about what she did. I need to try getting it out of her somehow. Use of harmful spells or physical force against the criminal is strictly prohibited. 2,000 gold coins will be rewarded if successful live capture of the criminal. 2,000 gold coins, that's a fortune, although the witch needs to be turned in alive for it. Maybe she wasn't lying about being the princess's lover, and now that she wants her back. And here I thought the princess was a decent girl. It seems like she really does prefer female companionship. How does that make her a not decent girl? What the fuck? Interesting. So the main character's kind of like she totally likes Zara. She totally likes Zara, right? You can kind of tell that she totally likes her. Right now, it's probably not more than like a very nice friendship type thing. But she's like, oh, well, I know she's attractive, and oh, I know she likes girls, and oh, I happen to be a girl, and oh, she's really cute, and she's just kind of like leaning heavily in that direction. But there's no obvious guarantee that, you know, she really like realizes. Oh shit. That she likes her, but it's interesting. Also, the whole sealing of the magic thing is kind of interesting. I mean, it makes sense if she was like held prisoner already, and the princess was like fucking her all the time, you know. So, glancing back at the reward amount on the poster, it seems the witch is the risky type. Breaking into that stranger's home when there's such a high price on her head, turning her in would be tempting to just about anyone. She's lucky she met me, though, someone who values magic over money. The guards certainly won't be getting anything from me, that's for sure. But what if I were someone else? When none of the guards are looking, I seize the moment and tear down the poster, fold it up, and tuck it into my bra. I don't want anyone knowing about that reward right now. Hopefully no one has noticed. I've been hiding the witch at my house. Otherwise, we're both going down. Turning away at the poster board, I stare at a gentleman lazily patrolling the square across the street. Then I remember I still need to buy some food, so I head to this pastry stall. Wow, what a wonderful aroma. Vanilla, cinnamon, and ginger. Interesting that she tears down the poster. Oh, look, you can see the poster from here, actually. It's right in this corner. That's interesting. I mean, from all the way back here, it looks pretty good. I mean, she's got the crazy purple locks and the little jewel in the middle of her forehead. And interesting that you tear down the wanted poster and stuff it into your bra. I mean, I imagine they weren't. Can you imagine if they're like, this person is wanted for a very hefty fine. We're gonna put one wanted poster in the middle of the goddamn city. People will notice. I inhale at the variety of smells. The witch gave me so much money I could buy everything here if I wanted to, and so I diligently grab an assortment of treats and begin haggling with the merchant. Clearly the old Bibby expected me to ask for all of these goodies on the tab. I did try it a few times before, but she already turned me down. But I have money now. Finally, taking all that is rightfully mine, I proudly head back home. But I only take a few steps before I notice the Market Square crowd part to allow someone through. Curious, I stop to see what it is. A girl mounted on a black horse. She's wrapped in a cloak, a hood covering her face. Why so secretive? And she's not alone. To her left and right are guards pushing the townspeople out of her way. Then, as if sensing something, she signals the guards to stop, and they stop. Yo! Look at her hair! And her eyes! And oh my god, her dress is amazing! Look at that sleeve! Yo! If I could fill out that dress, man, that would be amazing. Yo, I love this design. It's absolutely spectacular. Like, look at the jewels on the forehead, and the hair is just perfectly put together. They look like drills, like what's the character's name from Ladies and Busters? Ladies X Busters? Butlers, sorry, Busters. Ladies X Butlers. They make fun of her for having drill hair all the time. I can't remember her freaking name off the top of my head. But, I mean, she looks way more amazing. And I love the way that they do the eyes is absolutely fantastic. One of them helps her dismount, and she walks through the crowd, intently looking at each person as she passes by. The guards follow her on their horses, moving as slowly as possible as to not get in their way. Staring curiously at the strange procession while munching on a sweet poppy seed bun, I don't realize how close the girl has come to me. She passes by, then suddenly turns around and our eyes meet. Crap, it's the princess! I've seen her a few times before, during the holiday celebrations when, and according to tradition, the princess hands out alms to the poor in the town square. She hands out alms to the poor in the town square? You're poor, here you go. You're poor, here you go. You're poor, here you go. Such oddly colored eyes are pretty rare, and I'm fairly certain I'm not mistaken. Does the witch really mean so much to the princess that she is now personally searching for her? Hey you, move along! The guard's rough bark snaps me out of my thoughts, and I jump back, having nearly been trampled by his horse. The princess and her escort have already moved on, and I watch as they continue to make their way through the crowd. This is all rather strange. With nothing else to do, I head home. Well, that's about it for this episode, so make sure you guys click that thumbs up button down below for me, because you already know your support is greatly appreciated. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts on the visual novel thus far, as well as other visual novels that you might want me to play in the future. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not already for future content, and we will see you all next time.